Hey guys. So this is just a quick review of Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's the online MMO. I just recently started playing it. Wasn't a huge fan of it when it first came out, mostly because it had a subscription, and I just can't pay for a subscription to play a game. I just feel like it would be forcing me to play it every is more than I want to. And
What happened at the temple? What did the
anyway,
master
so
tell him?
finally it became free to play, which I think sadly is because there's not enough players playing it, because I don't think it's as polished as most people thought it was going to be. So
I've done as you wished.
yeah, but now that it's
You hear
actually
that?
free to play,
You get
I'm
what you
actually
wanted.
quite interested to
Hunt
play it
power,
now.
Jedi power, the rock den, all of
The
it.
coolest part about this game so far is, like, I liked watching the Clone Wars, the 3D animated show, and I really enjoyed that.
He means you can put
And
everything
I'd
that
say
belonged to him.
just the way
Without
the
flesh
the game
fingers,
looks kind of
me.
feels like the Clone Wars a little bit, and it's a cool feel to it. The controls are not incredible. They're a little bit I don't know, they just feel a little static and stuff. Just the way the character runs just feels kind of really flat. Kind of reminds me of an older, even just reminds me of just the first uh, Old Republic games, just the single player games. Just really static and kind of blocky a little bit. Not
Come over here, Jedi, and
anyways,
spare a moment for a humble
but
servant of the matriarch.
if you're a Star Wars fan
promise.
and this is
Your other
free
demons
now,
will wait.
I would kind of recommend checking
My
it
name
out
is
because
Valeria
it is fun
Lane.
just listening to the
I'm
Star Wars
Liz.
music and just going around roaming, seeing the different quests and stuff. The map is kind of interesting. I wish you could actually zoom in on the map. For some reason, you can't zoom in on the map. It's just how it works. And it's a little tedious the way you first jump in the game. I also play Guild Wars 2, which I'm going to do a quick review of, and that game is far superior in the sense of it's just easier to jump into and understand what to do and where to go, where this game is a little bit more difficult in
Jedi,
just learning
I
the
think I know what you've
tutorials,
been
learning
doing.
where to go,
Adara sent you to speak
even
with
just
me.
how the map works on the right.
She
It's
told
just
you
a
about
little
the
different than
Flesh Raiders, didn't she?
most games.
How did
And Guild Wars 2 just feels a little bit more polished, like a single player game, except it's still online. Guild Wars 2 I think is a little bit more casual than this type of game. This one's a little bit more kind of grind fest, but anyways, I'm just giving it a shot. I believe I've played about maybe 10 hours in the game so far, and I'm enjoying it. It's just, I don't know. I'm just liking it right now so far. So I'm gonna keep giving it a shot until I get to a point where I'm just not enjoying it anymore, and it's just not fun. So we'll see how long I actually do get into the game. But the world is just pretty detailed. It's just fun roaming around, seeing things. There's a weird little animation glitch. I don't know. I guess it's not a glitch, but to keep the frame rate up for some reason, it has enemies in the background, almost like slower frame per second. It's kind of weird, and it's strange because I play Guild Wars 2, and you can see enemies really far away, and the animations don't do anything. And I think it has to do with the engine they worked on this game. I think they didn't spend as much time as Guild Wars 2 did on development. So that might be just whatever the engine they're using. But you enter these certain areas, these caves that allow you to do certain your just main single player type mission, and it's pretty fun. Just killing people with your lightsaber and stuff. I'm gonna get my lightsaber soon, I think, at the end of this video. But it's fun. Flop. But the loot is delicious. There's so much to loot. But being a free-to-play game now, there are a few different things I just finally got to. I think I'm almost level 11 right now. But once you reach level 10, your experience starts slowing down. So they make it a little bit hard. Apparently, I guess you just gotta grind away more. You gotta do missions maybe twice as much time or something like that to be able to level up. Or you can buy certain like experience boosters, I believe, something like that. So we'll see if it becomes really annoying later on in the game if you don't purchase it. But we shall see. That is to be determined. I just finally got the little droid, which is pretty sweet. And here, I'm about to get my lightsaber, and I was kind of excited about that because I was like, yay. I don't know if you guys ever played Jedi Knight or just the Old Republic, the single-player game. It was so epic when you finally got your lightsaber. It was like, yes! I don't know, it was just awesome. So kind of brought me back a little bit, remembering that feeling of finally getting your lightsaber. Because it took, I think in the single player game, it took about 11 or 12 hours till you finally got your lightsaber. And man, it was awesome when you finally got it. This is one of those random characters. I did kind of laugh. This part was not as epic as the Old Republic, but like I'm just grabbing random stuff off of my small utility belt. I always love in MMOs how like swords and stuff just attach to your back for no reason. I'm excited to see when an RPG game as big as this can actually have the feel of a really good single player game where you're actually holstering things, they're not just hovering above you. So, but this, I don't know what this is. It's like a creepy, nasty lizard ET. And I just skipped the part. I had to battle that guy, but the funny part is oh, that's my lightsaber. I've been looting so much that I couldn't actually fit my lightsaber into my gear. I had to get rid of something, but when I got rid of my gear, I couldn't accept it when the mission finished. For some reason, I could not figure out how to. I was like, crap, did I not collect my lightsaber and I have to like do this all over again? So I just destroyed that beast, which is my regular lightsaber thing, the little phaser sword or whatever it's called, and I just barely made it. But I finally figured out that on the top right, you click on this little mission button, and you're able to collect the rewards if you don't have room for it.
Agreed. And now we have concerns beyond the
This lady kind of
flesh
reminds me of the person in
Recent
the
developments in
Knights of the
Twi'lek
Old
settlement
Republic.
demand a response.
I don't remember what her name is, but
I promise to uphold every standard of the Jedi and
and
Galactic Republic.
it does have pretty cool like where the different missions. It's right now it's really just good or bad choices, but you can make choices and it will
This little
depend,
droid
you know,
and I have been
turn
through a
you
lot.
dark or good.
Great team.
So I'm curious to know if
And I
later
see
in the
no
game there
reason
actually be
we
hard
shouldn't
choices
stay
that are both bad or both good that are just really
currency.
hard to choose between
It's
really
master
gray areas.
Felix.
But so far it's like, do you want to kill this guy or do you not want to kill this guy?
Master Orgus,
So-
everyone, I've discovered a situation
But-
requiring.
I don't know. The atmosphere is just cool. Right now I'm just enjoying it. I'm getting ready to go on, finally leave the first planet. And that's really cool. This little menu, I kept on clicking Tython because I thought the gold meant that's where you're supposed to go. But I think that's supposed to mean that's where you are. So, but I don't know. Some things like that, like in Guild Wars 2, you just don't really have a problem with that. Like it's really, like the UI is incredibly well done. And it's not as heavy on the screen as Star Wars is. And that's one thing I really wish these games would do. They have just a bazillion buttons everywhere. And for a game that you play 150 or 300 hours on, you'd think that most people would maybe get what buttons they're supposed to press. Like if you're only going to play a game for about 10 hours, you probably want to make sure to remind players what buttons to press. But seriously, you play a game for 150, 400 hours, you're going to remember exactly what button to press. So they could be all really small or just really minimal or just disappear completely and just be more immersive. So, but, I mean, or I could just not, if I'm missing a button that can actually allow you to do that, maybe, but I'm not sure. But I don't know. I'd say give it a chance. The music's really awesome, and it's free right now. So you got nothing to lose until you get to level 10. I will say that you can fast travel, but it only allows you to do it every 2 hours. So that kind of sucks until you get a subscription. So, but heck, it's free. Thanks for watching, guys, and have fun. Oh, that guy just rode through that pod racer. That totally happens. Anyways, hope you check it out if you like Star Wars stuff. I'm curious to know how long this game will actually stay alive until they shut it down, but who knows? So hopefully it'll live on for a little bit longer while I'm enjoying it right now, or until the Knights of the Old Republic 3 comes out. Peace.